There's a truth most people don't want to face. Every year, alcohol claims more lives than wars, murders, and accidents combined. It doesn't just kill millions, it leaves hundreds of millions more sick, stripped of their health and years of life. If alcohol had never existed until today, no one would dare to invent it. And yet, over 2 billion people still drink every day. We can't imagine a barbecue without beer, a wedding without wine, or a fancy soiree without champagne. We drink on weekends, but also after work. We drink when we're happy, when we're sad, when we're stressed, and when we're relaxed. We drink at home, at bars, and anywhere in between. So why do we cling so tightly to something that harms us the most? One sip and what happens inside your body. Alcohol is essentially a biological weapon produced by yeast during fermentation to wipe out its competition. When you drink, trillions of alcohol molecules flood your stomach and small intestine, quickly entering your bloodstream, heading to your liver, the body's main detox station, and to your brain. Your liver can only process about 1 sip of beer every 5 minutes. Drink faster, and your liver becomes overloaded, letting alcohol flood your brain. That's where chaos begins. It slows down neurons, numbs the part of your brain that controls judgment and self-control, and releases endorphins, the feel-good chemicals that make you laugh, talk, and connect more easily. After just a few drinks, the world feels lighter, worries fade, and people draw closer together. Alcohol sits at a sweet spot of relaxation, courage, and companionship. But it comes at a heavy price. The long-term cost over time. Alcohol seeps into nearly every cell, damaging DNA, shrinking the brain, cutting neural connections, dulling memory, slowing reactions, and raising the risk of dementia. It causes at least 8 types of cancer, from the mouth, esophagus, and liver to breast cancer in women, with risk beginning at less than 1 drink per day. Every year, alcohol is responsible for about 740,000 new cancer cases, with 400,000 deaths. The liver is another major victim. Alcohol disrupts fat metabolism, causing fatty liver, inflammation, and eventually cirrhosis. A nearly irreversible stage that kills 600,000 people annually. It weakens the heart, raises blood pressure, increases the risk of stroke and thrombosis, causing another 500,000 deaths each year. And it even affects appearance, aging the skin faster, adding weight, and opening the door to many other health problems. The damage spreads beyond the drinker. Alcohol doesn't just destroy the drinker's body, it wreaks havoc on society. It causes 500,000 deaths annually from accidents, including 300,000 in traffic crashes. And over half of those victims never drank at all. They died because someone else did. About 50% of violent crimes and sexual assaults are committed by people under the influence. Tens of millions are injured each year in accidents or attacks caused by drunk individuals. And alcohol robs futures before they even begin. Each year, around 600,000 babies are born with fetal alcohol spectrum disorders, facing lifelong disabilities and developmental delays. Alcoholism, the silent trap. When your drinking reaches the point where it harms you or others, you've stepped into the dangerous territory of alcoholism. Around 400 million people worldwide are here, with more than half physically or psychologically dependent. Alcoholism isn't just the image of a homeless person clutching a bottle or a drunk father shouting at his kids. Many alcoholics are successful professionals with happy families, drinking 4 to 5 drinks daily and getting drunk weekly. Alcohol is dangerous because it's so socially accepted, consumed in nearly every setting, and rarely questioned. Why do we still drink? Humans long for connection, but often feel anxious, awkward, and afraid of being judged. Alcohol is a quick and effective way to lower those walls, making us less fearful, less reserved, more open. For thousands of years, we've had a contract with alcohol, trading our health and years of life for confidence, joy, and social bonding. A new trend, opportunities and challenges. Younger generations, especially Gen Z, are drinking far less than their parents. In the US, the percentage of 18-year-olds who have ever drunk alcohol has dropped by 25% over recent decades. Binge drinking among teens has halved. Even in countries like Germany and France, where alcohol is part of the cultural DNA, consumption is falling. The results: fewer accidents, fewer illnesses, but there's a downside. Young people are meeting friends less often, attending fewer parties, dating less, and loneliness and depression are rising. Part of this is due to social media, the pandemic, and also the rise of other substances like cannabis, which, unlike alcohol, tends to make people more passive, socially awkward, and isolated when used heavily. A future without alcohol? For millennia, alcohol has been a powerful catalyst for joy, sharing, and human connection. But if society is heading toward drinking less, we must find new, healthier ways to connect. Ways that are sustainable and don't come with a deadly price tag. That could mean pursuing passions, building skills, starting projects, or investing time into our dreams. Confidence and connection don't have to come from a glass of alcohol. They can come from the journey of creating value and meaning in our own lives.